Giant steel ships cut through the waves and rushed out to sea in the fading dawnlight, carrying with them a whole fishing season and the million-dollar dreams of American fishermen. Every year, they harvest billions of crabs and lobsters, a number that is both impressive and staggering, making the industry a huge profit machine. However, behind that success is a little-known secret: fishing methods that require humans to reach the limits of endurance, combining bravery, strategy, and modern technology. How can they exploit billions of marine creatures every year while maintaining the natural balance? That is the story of intelligence, perseverance, and the battle of wits between humans and the sea. Go discover. American fishermen catch billions of big crabs and lobster this way. Every year, American fishermen harvest billions of crabs and lobsters, a huge number that not only generates huge profits, but also contributes millions of dollars to the economy. Crabs and lobsters are valuable marine products, including species such as stone crab, blue crab, Maine lobster, and Alaska lobster. A thriving industry where each crab or lobster is not just a product, but also an important part of the value chain, from farming, catching, processing, to exporting. From Maine to Alaska to California, these waters are renowned for their crab and lobster production. Each region's unique conditions produce a product with different characteristics, from the giant lobsters of Alaska to the famous stone crabs of Maine. So, how can fishermen maintain this supply while ensuring environmental sustainability? Let's continue to explore the traditional and modern fishing methods where people and the ocean meet, creating an industry full of challenges and innovations. The handmade traps are dropped into the sea and checked daily amid the strong waves and cold winds blowing through the sky. American fishermen, despite the harsh ocean conditions, still patiently do this meticulous work. The net traps were pulled up overnight, carrying crabs and lobsters that would take them all day to process. Despite the strong winds and waves and the unpredictable weather, the fishermen continued to rush out to sea. Each trip can be a battle with nature, but they know that each trap, each pull-up, can bring hundreds of crabs and lobsters, the precious seafood that everyone is waiting for. However, this work is not always based on human power. With the development of technology, fishermen have turned to using automatic traps and advanced monitoring systems. Smart traps not only save time, but also increase fishing efficiency. Now, fishermen no longer have to go out to sea every day to manually check traps, but can rely on GPS technology to accurately identify areas rich in crabs and lobsters. Automatic traps can open and close automatically, and underwater camera systems will continuously monitor the situation, ensuring that marine resources are not overexploited. But technology isn't magic. Even with modern equipment, fishing is still fraught with danger and challenge. From sudden storms to rolling waves that can rock a boat, every trip out to sea carries a risk. However, the determination of the fishermen has not changed. They know that with modern technology, they can catch larger quantities and more safely, but they also understand that each trip to sea can be a battle with nature. Modern fishing boats with refrigerated compartments help keep crabs and lobsters fresh during long journeys. These boats are not just means of transport, but also support machines, helping fishermen overcome all dangers, bringing back to shore the fresh products they fought so hard to harvest. Modern technology, combined with the perseverance of fishermen, has created a dramatic change in the crab and lobster fishing industry. But what makes this industry continue to thrive despite the harshness of nature and inevitable dangers? It is a perfect combination of technology and resilience, where people conquer the ocean not only with strength, but also with intelligence. So, with technology in hand, fishermen face increasingly greater challenges in protecting this precious resource. The crab and lobster fishing industry, although it brings in billions of dollars each year, is one of the most dangerous in the world. On every trip out to sea, fishermen have to face rough waves, cold winds, and harsh weather that can change in the blink of an eye. But what they worry about most is the silent changes happening under the water. As ocean temperatures rise due to climate change, crabs and lobsters are starting to leave their familiar waters for cooler places. They are moving farther from shore, making fishing more difficult and expensive than ever. Many fishermen are forced to go deep into dangerous waters, where waves are tens of meters high, and a small mistake can cost their lives. But climate isn't the only enemy. Predatory and invasive species like sharks and blue crabs are emerging, competing for food and attacking native lobster and crab populations. The fragile ecosystem is under threat every day. Amidst all the dangers, fishermen still do not leave the sea. For them, this is not just a way of life, but a fight to protect the tradition, the source of life, and the honor of those who work in the middle of the ocean. But when the last wave subsides, the journey is not over. From the raging sea, the spoils of war are brought to another front, where cold steel, ice, and technology reign supreme. When the giant crabs and lobsters finally arrive at the factory, they are immediately put into a rigorous and precise processing procedure where every step can determine the final quality.